Ladies and gentlemen, hit subscribe right now to this channel. This is a very important segment, and I've got to ask you in the comment section below, if an Arizona Republican was awaiting trial out on bail, $50,000 bail, for the most despicable crimes possible, 7 felony charges involving a certain type of conduct that is just the most despicable, nefarious type of conduct you could imagine. Okay? Because of YouTube policies, I'm not going to go into it, but you can look at the Arizona Republic article or any article in a local publication talking about it in Arizona. It should be national news, not because people should gleefully say, oh, it's a Democrat, look at that Democrat. But if you focus on the accusations and the allegations of a Florida Republican, or say that Jim Jordan should have known about criminal activity, not that he committed it himself, and you gleefully focus on that like Democrats, well, then maybe those same Democrats should look and see what's happening with an Arizona state senator who was supposed to be this rising star within the Arizona Democratic political establishment. These are the same people, Democrats in Arizona and around the country. Oh, and by the way, I'll read you the statement from the Democratic Party in Arizona. They acknowledged, they condemned, waited for, they want due process, which is understandable, but in this case, of course you need due process. We have no clue if Tony Navarrete is guilty or not. He could be, he's technically innocent until proven guilty. I would say, though, that there is a recording, a police recording. Navarrete was arrested Thursday night after police received, and then in the recorded call monitored by police, Navarrete acknowledging his actions, his criminal activity. He acknowledged the specific acts, according to documents released by Maricopa County Superior Court. So the difference is not that, Gates is being investigated and Jordan should have known. The Democrats just obsess over that. The possibility that a Republican could be arrested for despicable crimes, or that a Republican knew about despicable, heinous, atrocious activity. That's enough. That's enough to warrant the grandstanding and the condemnation and judgment. This apparently is not enough. An arrest and documents from the Superior Court. And it's just unbelievable. Hit subscribe to this channel right now if you want to give a super thanks. Ronald Foose, I didn't thank you yet. I know that I thanked a whole bunch of people on the last segment, and I didn't thank you, so thank you very much. But a whole bunch of wonderful viewers gave contributions through the super thanks. So if you want to, buy me a cup of coffee or contribute to the channel in any way you'd like, I don't have $20 million in venture capital funding like some people those people are facing a discrimination case. Yet another example of hypocrisy on the left. But, and I was the biggest Bernie Sanders booster on the internet, according to the Huffington Post, and the unofficial scribe of Sanders' most hardcore voters, according to the Washington Post. I saw the light. I now support President Trump. I don't support the Republican Party necessarily. Generally, I'm more conservative on things. Some things I'm still more liberal about or progressive about. But again, I look and I see the hypocrisy and everything they did. Bernie Sanders was a tool of an entire racket that shields everyone from stories like Tony Navarrete in Arizona. One thing about Trump, they've gone after him, they've thrown everything at him, including the kitchen sink. They can't find anything. They haven't arrested him or indicted him for January, colluding with Russia, pressuring Zelensky, his tax returns, any financial crimes. They can't charge him in a court of law for anything. They haven't arrested him. They have arrested an Arizona state senator. So if you want to, the super thanks is right next to the share and the like buttons, and that is below. If you want to give a super thanks, that'd be greatly appreciated, because I do point out the hypocrisy, and I talk about things that a lot of people, well, I think most of media, there's not even one article in the New York Times, or the Washington Post, or CNN. And the Washington Post, one article, not one article in the New York Times, CNN, or MSNBC. If you want to read my writing in The Hill, The Huffington Post, Salon, The Jerusalem Post, The Federalist, other publications, go to hagoodman.com. And if you want to support my work long-term, my Patreon is below in the pinned comment and also on hagoodman.com. But 7 felony counts. He's out on bail. And Johnny Carson had a funny joke about, what was it, during Watergate, about Republicans out on bail. But ladies and gentlemen, you have a situation where, and then the Democratic National Committee came out with a statement. Where's that statement? We must hold our elected leaders to the highest standards. And so the interesting thing is, they refused to call for his resignation. My heart is broken, and I am furious. If these charges are sustained and proven, it is a betrayal of trust. Okay, so, but they have not demanded. They've not demanded his resignation. The Democratic Party itself has not demanded his resignation. And so the state Democratic Party, while noting that everyone deserves a fair trial... Oh, okay, sorry. They did actually. So, okay, I was reading certain lawmakers. The state Democratic Party, while noting that everyone deserves a fair trial, called for Navarrete's immediate resignation, citing the gravity of the allegations. Okay, so at least they did that. The Senate Democrats referred people to the Arizona, helpline. So you have a situation, well, at least, so they did call for his resignation. So I stand, corrected on that. They did call for his resignation. The circumstances and serious nature of the felony charges faced by Senator Navarrete provide an untenable distraction from his role as an elected official and public servant for District 30, said in a statement issued by Democrats in both the Senate and the House. Criminal activity of this kind is intolerable, and our hearts go out to the victims. He should do the right thing for all involved and immediately resign from the legislature. Well, he hasn't resigned yet. He has not resigned as of the making of this video. So, still no condemnation nationwide from Democrats. And you have to ask yourself, what would have taken place? What would have taken place if this was a Republican? And they're still calling for him to resign, obviously. He hasn't yet. Faces decades in prison. So, and this is finally an article in Yahoo News. And it's from the Washington Examiner. 6 felonies, decades in prison. So you got to ask yourself, what would have taken place? Then you have to ask yourself, the indignation that Arizona Democrats have pertaining to the recount, the indignation that people have pertaining to the recount is far more than any indignation they've showed with this, because the story's been hidden everywhere. Give me your thoughts below. And why is it they care more about the recount than something like this? Give me your thoughts below. Hit subscribe right now to this channel. I'll have a live stream about 10 p.m. Pacific today.